Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. If this is your first time to the channel and you're into finding new music, I would invite you to subscribe and take a look around at some of the playlists we got here, because we have a lot of music from a lot of places from all around the world, places you never would have known or gotten music from. You never would have, stuff you never would have found any other way, because we never would have found this hadn't we been following people's suggestions rather than stumbled along with that algorithm, following it like a blind child, because it's not showing you new things. It's just showing you more of what it thinks you like. And so it's not really broadening your horizons or showing you artists, really from out of your area even. It region locks you. And we just found this band of youngsters, a family band out of the Philippines that, wow. And yeah, we'll have them somewhere around here. We'll have you linked up. But wow, Mission Souls, just a young, wow, they got a bright future ahead of them. Now that led to this band. Now this is a perfect example, and this is why I wanted to do this one. Now, it's the perfect example of why suggestions are so greatly appreciated, is because we never would have found this in just the little clips that I've seen of this band. Now, is it REO or Rio? Because we have REO Speedwagon, but it would be cool if it's Rio or REO Brothers. Either way, Vander Brothers out of the Philippines, and they seemingly do a lot of like classics, especially like a lot of Beatles, Beach Boys, from what I've seen. And as of recording this video, they are over on my side of the pond. So perhaps might get a chance. I'm gonna have to look into their schedule, see if they've already been here or how close they're gonna get, or I might have a chance to see some stuff in person. But either way, I can already tell you I'm a fan of their classic style, because even their instruments are very time specific, and are reminiscent of the time that they're emulating and playing songs from. Now here's Sultans of Swing by a band, Dire Straits, who I grew up with this song. I think a lot of people just grew up with this song. Song's been around forever. If it wasn't this song, it was Money for Nothing. I Want My MTV type stuff. That was the first digitally animated video, I believe. But anyway, this is a great band live. By the way, Dire Straits, and we get more into that later, but I want to check this out. This is the REO Brothers, REO Brothers, REO Brothers, REO Brothers, Sultans of Swing. Let's see what they got.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at it, he's playing it.
Get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime.
Hold on. What? He said.
Sound of the river is stopping to hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double for a time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring.
Playing it just like.
And now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain to hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London time. You check out Guitar George, He knows all the chords.
It's timbre and he sounds just like him.
But it's secular rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. They said an old guitar is all he can afford when he gets up under the lights to play his theme.
This is just, it's...
And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene.
It's almost like
He's got a
uncanny valley.
daytime
So
job.
like,
He's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything. Saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing.
awesome. This is too good. I'm just saying.
And the crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Drunk and dressed, their best brown baggies in the platform soul. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. In the Sultans, in the Sultans, they play Creole.
Hot in here, or is it just me? Jesus.
Up to the microphone. Say the last is just a time bell ring. Good night. Now it's time to go home and make it fast with one more thing.
It's just, it's almost, it's like eerie in a way.
We're the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
Put a bandana on him and he would like almost look like him.
Swing.
Hats off to you, sir. Wow. Great. Awesome. This is great. This is great. And it's... Now, there's Ray from the Doors. You got the guitarist of the Doors. David. How was he saying Groper or David? And then you get Jeff Beck. One of the things they all have in common is they play very reminiscent. They were also, I know Jeff for sure, and I know that the guitarists of the Doors were students of flamenco, or were knew a lot about flamenco. Students in one way, shape, or form, being the way that they took a lot of inspiration in a lot of ways that they played. And the one of the reasons that their riffs could be hard to emulate if you don't know, like if you're playing with a pick, is because you're playing with a pick, and those riffs are being done that aren't as easy to do with a pick, because you gotta pluck certain strings to play this riff rather than just strum chords, and it's one of those things that really made for cool riffs. Even the song "Money for Nothing," it's a riff played just, that's how he played guitar, and it's just way cool. I mean, look at him, look, just look, shut up and look. I have a lot of appreciation for somebody that like, I have seen this song covered by a cover band, and it did not sound this good, and they were just playing the chords. It sounded good for a bar. What a bar band's good. They were a great band. Not saying that they were, because they were a good band. And they did do some awesome guitar work, but when it came to like songs, like, they just preferred to just play the chords and stay in the keys, and do it that way. And sometimes that's a way of cheating in a way. This is spot on. Like, this is like 100% 1-2-1. Like, that is the way that it is played. Like, wow. Yeah. Way cool. Go show these brothers some love. Are they all really brothers? Because that would be, that's like, this something. That's like one of the things. There's something in the water over. Wow. Yeah, this is very cool. I had a friend that was from the Philippines, and I don't know exactly where. But I just know that she worked third shift. And she would call her mother when she got home from work, and it would be the middle of the day over there, and sunny and bright, and we were like snow and cold and freezing in Maine. So yeah, it was, yeah. But no, one thing that I had noticed was that she was a big fan of like classic rock, and I thought that was neat that however ignorant it might have been, that she would be, because you kind of forget as an American or whatever, like even bands like the Beatles or whatever, you kind of like, grab them as your own, and you're surprised that somebody from somewhere else knows about these bands. It's like, well, of course they do. They're not even from where you're from, idiot. So, but what I have noticed, and I've noticed this with South American bands, namely, there's a couple bands out of Brazil, for one being in the mainstream, one in the indie scene, actually a couple in the indie scene. There's some Mexico, even Venezuela, and then obviously over into Spain. They have a real affinity for that classic rock sound, or in the middle areas, that sound of the 80s and 90s, the thrash that was coming out at the time, and they really give it, they bring you right back to that time, and they do it justice. They keep that sound alive, And, sometimes that's what it takes is because, not for nothing, but this country has just become such a throwaway place. And, kind of the world in general is, kind of, turned into that in a lot of ways. It's just, and by throwaway, I mean, not in the garbage, the literal term like that, although that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, we just so quickly go from one thing to the other, and we're so quick to just, oh, yeah, we knew that music, yeah, but that's still good music. What are you doing? Yeah, we're done with that. Well, but it's still good music. Well, why are we done with it? Why can't we still it's like, and there are stations and stuff I would like to see more of, and that's another thing too. Things have gotten fragmented a lot, and I think there is a lot of bands today that even in the mainstream that are putting out music that people that are fans of classic rock would appreciate. But even with like satellite radio and everything's become so fragmented that everything is like age appropriate. So people stay in their lane. Oh, well, I'm just going to listen to the music from my era because, when there's awesome music coming out from all over the world that these same people would appreciate. And I know because I talk to these people in the comments. I talk to people that are like in their late 60s that are, they have to go somewhere else to find, something new that is akin to what they, are a fan of. Because there is that stuff out there. There are still, not only bands showing that music a lot of love, like this band right here, and really, just really giving a lot of justice. I mean, this is one of the best. I almost dare say, because I have seen Dire Straits live, and it was a 3-hour awesome show. Just that band alone was 3 hours. The whole show was like 6 hours, like all said and done. But they played for like 3 hours, and they would really carry riffs out. They would play them longer than they usually would be played for, because radio times and stuff. And they were jamming. They were having fun. And that was one thing you noticed about, that band is, that it was like sometimes bands get so mechanicalized or so, and they were up there having fun. They weren't just there because they needed to be there, and playing their part and doing their thing. They were actually having fun. You saw smiles on their faces. You saw them rocking and rolling. And it's like, we've learned as of late, I've even made a playlist reflecting that, a lot of this needs to be found in the independent scene nowadays, because most of the people in the mainstream have either they're old and tired and ready to retire, or they're already jilted and they just want the rights back to their music because they shouldn't have never signed a contract. Good night, UMG. Yeah, you'll probably be coming to see me soon. Anyway, so anyway, that's a whole another story for another day. But these bands right here are the bands that help keep classic, awesome music alive that needs to be kept alive. And sometimes we need to be reminded from other places, other people, in other age brackets even, that, hey, this is awesome music. Let's not forget about this. And it carries this music to, like, look at their age bracket. I'd say maybe the oldest one, mid-20s maybe. We're talking from maybe teens to 20s. I don't know. They all look fairly young. But my point is they, being young, are not only inspiring to others, but they're doing it through music that has inspired the music that we have today. So it's so cool to see it, like, kind of full circle. Here we are, and there's this young band, from the Philippines. Showed, hey, remember this awesome music you guys seem to have forgotten about? Yeah. Checking. This is great. I just love this song No, this is so good, man. And I just can't believe, like, like off the top of my head, like those are the three guitars, like the guitarist of the Doors, Jeff Beck, and David Kufner. They play guitar very similarly. They play with their fingers, and for electric guitar, that's, not a usual thing. There are other guitarists, but some of them, like even John Fogerty, they'll switch back and forth. Use a pick. I've even seen him use a thumb pick before, and all sorts of things. But he plays everything from a banjo, all sorts of stuff. But he's got a new album out, actually. But anyway, this is just awesome. And if this video gets out in some ways, just please go show this band some support. And we need to be thanking these bands, because not only are they like helping keep the stuff, but they are bringing it into another generation, because, we seemingly, it's like, everything's become so fragmented, and everybody's just in their places listening to their things, and on their platforms, and whatever's on that platform is what, and or whatever some algorithm is feeding them. And sometimes it takes something as drastic as some young kids from the Philippines to remind us that Sultans of Swing is still an awesome song. I think I've said enough. I would like you to go check this band out, please. REO Brothers. What was the? I want to pronounce it correctly here. What was it? Yeah, REO Brothers of Alcaban. REO Brothers of Awesome is what it should say, because wow. And just go check them out. I love everything about them. Yeah. This is awesome. I cannot wait to dig into more of this band. See, another great band. Just awesome. Thank you. And if like I said, go take a look around at our playlist. I'm not shitting you. We got a lot of awesome music. I know you haven't heard. Don't even act like you've heard it. I know you haven't, because I haven't. And I get sent music from all around the world every day. Hundreds of songs daily. So, can't tell me you've heard this stuff. So go take a look and let me know. And let me know about a band or an artist that you think we should be checking out, because, wow. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. This was brilliant, and just, yes, thank you for being awesome. This is way cool. Have a good day, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe to all the usual YouTube things. Go check this band out. Go show them some love. Go show them to somebody that is a fan of these older bands, or is, just, yeah, awesome. Just go, especially to a new artist or somebody. Yeah, do it. Just share them, please. Press the share link. Do it. Awesome stuff. Have a good day, everybody. This is great.